Hello! Kumusta kayo today? I am Christian Mele Concha, an aspiring science teacher currently studying at Ateneo. And I am so happy to spend this time with you today. And before we dive into the story, look at our cover. Can you see the illustration of the book? Ano ang nakikita mo? Yes! So here, you can see a pajak driver and a passenger. Now look at the passenger. He looks quite worried, doesn't he? While the driver looks calm. Now let me ask you, nakakita o nakasakay ka na ba sa padyak? So those of us here in Naga um, know that steady rhythm very well. Now, this booklet is very special to me. It is dedicated to my grandfather, Rodolfo Albania, a hardworking man who remains my greatest inspiration. It is also for the pajak drivers of Naga City, old hardworking Bicolano workers, and for you, the young Bicolano learners. And I hope this story reminds us that the greatest lessons are learned not by rushing, but by slowing down to see the world. So, without further ado, join me and let's start reading the story together. So the title of the story is What's with the Rush? An original story of Christian Mel A. Concha. B-Boy is always running. Every morning in his barangay, people see him rushing down the muddy road with his backpack bouncing behind him. His face is tense, as if he's always chasing something he can never catch. Close your eyes and imagine the sound of those heavy footsteps. And have you ever felt that pressure? Heis, oh no, I'm late. And I still have so many unfinished tasks. 24 hours is not enough for one day, B-Boy exclaims. He rushes because there are assignments to submit, projects to finish, and deadlines that seem to have already passed. He feels as if he is racing against time. Because of this, he often feels frustrated and exhausted. And now look at the words frustrated and exhausted. We will look at those later in our quiz. Next, one morning, B-Boy checks his phone and realizes he might be late for school again. Why does everything have to be so rushed? He mutters to himself. The road in the barangay is rough and muddy because it rained the night before. And flooding happens often in the area even when the rain is light, partly because of the drainage canals are filled with plastic waste and other garbage. And take a look. Now imagine the situation of B-Boy right now. And now, does this look familiar also in your neighborhood? So let's proceed. B-Boy does not want to dirty his shoes, so he decides to ride a pajak to school. Several young pajak drivers quickly pass by him, pedaling fast. However, they already have passengers. Then he notices one more pajak waiting by the roadside. The driver is Lolo Rodolfo, a 68-year-old man who works very hard every day, pedaling passengers around the barangay. And riding a pajak is his only way to earn an income. Now B-Boy hesitates. He might be slow, B-Boy thinks. But he has no choice, so he sits down in the passenger seat. Magandang umaga, iho. Saan ka papunta? Lolo Rodolfo asked warmly. Sa high school po sa may plaza, B-Boy replies. As the padjak moves slowly along the road, Lolo Rodolfo glances back and asks gently, What's with the rush? B-Boy sighs. There's always something to do. Homework, projects, and deadlines. Sometimes I feel like 24 hours is not enough. Lolo Rodolfo chuckles, his eyes following the water struggling to pass the clogged drains. It's like these canals, isn't it? When we let too much junk or too much worry get in the way, everything just stops moving, and you have to clear the path before you can flow. Wow, what a powerful lesson! Clear the path to let things flow. Next page. As they continue pedaling, they pass a small chapel where a few elderly women are quietly praying. The peace of the chapel seems to slow the world down for a brief moment. Soon, they reach the market. Vendors are arranging vegetables and fish while calling out their prices. They pass a gasoline station where several tricycle drivers are gathered, their voices raised in frustration over rising price of fuel. Listen to them, Lolo Rodolfo says quietly. They're worried about the price of gas just to keep their wheels turning. It's a hard life. I'm slow, but I'm lucky. I only need my own two legs and a bit of breakfast to get you where you're going. A few minutes later, they see several teenage pajak drivers resting by the roadside under the shade of a tree. Why aren't they in school? B-Boy asks, noticing they are about his age. Some had to trade their books for pedals. Lolo Rodolfo says gently, their families needed the extra hands. It's funny, Iho. You're rushing to finish your studies while they're working so they can dream of having studies to finish. Now pause here. Think about that. Some are working so they can dream of being in your shoes. Now B-Boy stays quiet. He shifts the weight of his backpack, suddenly realizing that the burden of his schoolwork is actually a gift. The padjak rolls steadily while children play near small houses and sari-sari stores. The world moves fast now. Lolo Rodolfo continues. There are electric cars and computers everywhere. Everything is a race. And he wipes a bit of sweat from his brow and smiles. But the padjak has its own rhythm. It forces you to see things. If I went any faster, I'd miss the chance to talk to you. Now B-Boy feels his chest loosen. For the first time that morning, he actually notices the smell of the morning air and the sound of the market. Soon, they reach the school gate. B-Boy steps down and hands the fare to the old man. Just then, his phone buzzes with a notification. Face-to-face classes today are cancelled. The session will be asynchronous. Now B-Boy blinks, a small laugh escaping him. He wasn't late. The rush was all in his head. As Lolo Rodolfo slowly pedals away, B-Boy smiles and thinks to himself, maybe life isn't about how fast you get there, but what you see along the way. Wow, what a very beautiful story, isn't it? So now, let's proceed to the next page of our reading booklet. And here we are going to assess what you understood in the reading booklet, and let's see how much we've learned. And here I'm going to guide you through the assessment so you can get a perfect score. So, first in the vocabulary test or in the vocabulary exercise, you can see here that the meanings of words may vary depending on how they are used in the sentence. So, here we are going to choose the letter of the best meaning of the word based on how it was used in the story. So, refer to the paragraph number inside the parentheses. So, for example, in the item number 1, the word here is frustrated. Now, we are since it's this after the word frustrated, we have here the word paragraph 2. So what we are going to do about it, since the first item is the word frustrated, we're now going to look at the paragraph 2. How can we find that? Of course, we are going to go back to the story and look at the paragraph number. So the word frustrated is in this paragraph. So here it says here that B-Boy is racing against time and can finish his task. So how do you feel when you can't get what you want? Is it happy, or is it that feeling of being blocked? So that is how you can answer this vocabulary question. So for instance, for example, the number one question is frustrated, and the options are A, the meaning of frustrated, is it very happy because something is fun? Or B, feeling stressed or upset because something is difficult? Or C, sleepy because you are tired? So you are going to refer to the paragraph number 2 in that item. For the item number two, the word is hesitates. So we are going to look for the word hesitates in the paragraph number eight, of course. So again, we are going to go back to the story and find the paragraph number eight and see the word hesitates. Hesitates. Then from reading the paragraph, that would give us a clue or an idea of what the word means. So here, does the word hesitates means you stopped for a moment because of doubt, or you ran very fast, or you just ignored something. And lastly, and so on and so forth, you can that is how you are going to do in this part of exercise. So the word is poverty, next is rhythm, and lastly is asynchronous. So from these words, you have to go back to the story and find the word in the given paragraph. So did you get it? Now after you find the words, of course, you are going to answer where. Here, of course, in the given answer sheet. This will be at the very second to the last page of your reading booklet. So the answer sheet will be given. So, of course, you will put your answers in the vocabulary test in the given um, blanks and numbers. So, next, we are now going to assess your comprehension whether you truly understood the story. So we will read the directions together. Read the questions carefully, then choose the letter of the best answer. So here we are going to test your understanding, your remembering skills, your critical thinking. So, from the story, you should refer to the story, and when you truly understood the story, of course, it will be much easier for you to answer this part. So, for example, we will look at the question number 11. Who is the main character of the story? So, is it Lolo Rodolfo? Is it B-Boy? Or is it the Pajak drivers? Or is it all of the above? So I want you to think critically who truly drives the story, who truly narrates the story. So that is how you are going to answer that question. For the next question, also, we have here, where did B-Boy ride the padjak as stated in the story? So, di ba maraming lugar na napuntahan sila B-Boy. Pero from this question, ano kaya sa tingin nyo yung sagot? So, is it in a barangay with rough and muddy roads, or in a modern city with only electric cars, or inside a large shopping mall plaza, or all of the above? So, I want you to think critically. Next is what is the main cause of B-boy's frustration and exhaustion? Now we are going to analyze how critical are you using the context clues that were given. So from the story, why do you think he was frustrated and he feels very tired? Is it because he is physically unable to run fast enough to reach school? That's why he wrote a padjak? Or he is overwhelmed by school assignments, projects, and deadlines? Or kaya naman he does not have a mobile phone to check his notifications? So if you truly read the story, if you truly understood the story, this part will also be easy for you. And of course, we have here the item number 14. What happened when the pajak passed by the gasoline station? So, again, look back to the story. Ano nga ba yung nangyari? Ano ba yung mga pinag-usapan nila? Ano ba yung na-observe nyo by reading the story? So, Lolo Rodolfo ba stopped to buy fuel for the pajak? Or B-boys saw children playing with plastic waste in their canals? O yan naman, they overheard drivers complaining about the rising price of fuel. So what do you think? Or all of the above? So tingnan natin. Of course, next question. How is Lolo Rodolfo different from the younger pajak drivers? So sa tingin nyo ano ba? A. He pedals much faster to ensure passengers are never late. Or kaya naman, he prefers a slow rhythm and observes the world around him. Or he is a student who also works after his school classes. Or all of the above. Next, why do you think it is important for B-Boy to observe the community? So, ikaw, sa tingin mo, why do you think it is important for us to observe our community? Is it to understand social issues? Or is it to find a faster way to get to school without using the mother road? O kaya naman to count how many sari-sari stores are open in the morning? O kaya naman lahat sila? So again, think critically. Next, do you agree with B-Boy's realization that life is not meant to be rushed all the time? So, upon reading, ano ba, nag-agree ba kayo sa statement na to? So here you can answer yes, because slowing down helps us appreciate our surroundings and others. Or yes, because rushing is the only way to be successful in the Philippines. Or no, because Lola Rodolfo said technology makes the world move too fast. Ano ba? Or all of the above. Sige. Now, number 18, what important moral value or lesson in life can we learn from the story? So, upon reading the story, sa tingin nyo, what was the moral? What was the lesson behind the story? So, does it show the value of showing empathy and respect for hardworking workers? Or is it also showing the importance of being aware of the social and economic status of our nation? Or is it helping us realize that life is more meaningful when we don't always rush through it? Okay naman, all of the above. So think. Next, what could be another title for the story? So if you will be the one who will give the title for the story, sa tingin nyo ano yung mas bagay o mas angkop na titulo na pamagat para sa kwentong ito? Is it the fast life of a padjak driver? O kaya naman the lessons from a steady place? Or baka the history of Naga City? Or pwede naman lahat. So think critically. And lastly, in the comprehension test, what could be an alternate ending for the story? So ngayon naman, sa tingin nyo, ano kaya yung pwede pang maging wakas ng kwento? B-Boy arrives at school and realizes he forgot his backpack, or B-Boy decides to help his community by addressing the issues he saw. Kaya naman, B-Boy complains to Lolo Rodolfo for being too slow on the road. So, sa tingin niyo, ano yung mas appropriate? Ano yung mas babagay? Ano yung mas aangkop doon sa kwento? So, did you get it? Now, if you get it now, you can answer. You can place your answers. You can write your answers in the comprehension test provided um, here in the answer sheet. And of course, for the next part, the next page, page 9, I want you to refer to the page 9. Here, we are going to look at for the hidden words inside the box. So the clues are below the box. So here, we can find the answers in the word box. And the clues are below the box. So number 21, for example, what is the name of the student in the story? So, nung napakinggan nyo yung story, sino ba yung, ano bang pangalan ng student doon sa story? Is it, sino ba? Si Totoy ba? Si B-Boy ba? Si Buboy ba? Si Nonoy ba? Sino ba? So, ngayon, kung alam nyo na yung sagot, hanapin nyo kung saan siya nakalagay dito sa word box. And so on and so forth hanggang makaabot kayo sa number 30. Ngayon, paano natin sasagutin to? So, pumunta ulit kayo dito sa answer sheet part and tingnan nyo yung word box, and here you can see the word box. Now you are going to circle your your answers from the word play. So halimbawa, dito may nakikita na ba kayong mga words? Ako may nakikita na ako dito. May nakita ako dito preso, may nakita akong asynchronous, gasoline. So ano ba sa tingin nyo? So refer to the clues below the box, then answer. Give your answers or circle your answers in the given word box. And you can also write your answers in the word play beside the word box. So, hindi nyo lang sasagutin, pero bibilugan nyo pa yung word. So, nakukuha ba? Sige. Ngayon naman, of course, finally, we will utilize our reflective activity. So I want you to refer to the page 9. So here you are required to fill out the pajak template. So it is placed at the page 10. So this is the pajak or the template for the reflection activity. So it is titled What's with the Rush? A Slow Ride Reflection. So here, how are we going to answer that? Of course, we will going to refer to the instructions in the creative activity. In the story, B-Boy learned that when we stop rushing, we start seeing the world more clearly. Now it's your turn to drive your own pajak toward a better community. So, what are we going to do? Use the pajak template below to share your thoughts. You may write your answers in the boxes or draw them. So, mas better kung isusulat po natin yung sagot sa loob ng mga boxes kung saan nakaturo yung kailangan. So here, halimbawa, for example, number one, the passenger seat. So, alin ba dito yung passenger seat? Ito yung itong malaki na upuan. Tapos may message ay may ano bang tawag dito? Um, may box kung saan natin siya ilalagay. So, ano ba yung ilalagay natin dito? So, inside the sidecar or inside the bubble, list three things that make life feel too fast or stressful. So here it will be going to be personal. So halimbawa, in the passenger seat, ang nire-require sa atin dito is yung mga stressors daw natin. So you could write your own personal experiences. So yung mga ano ba yung mga bagay na nag nagbibigay sa ng stress or sa tingin mo dahil sa mga bagay na to it makes your life feel rushed. So for example, there are too many deadlines at once. So mga ganon. Next is the wheels. Here, we are going to analyze the community issues. So here on the circles representing the wheels, here, itong dalawang bilog, write two problems people often ignore. So sa tingin nyo, ano yung mga problema, pwedeng problema sa pamilya, problema sa lipunan, o problema sa sarili na sa tingin natin palagi nating na-overlook, palagi nating na-ignore dahil masyado nating minamadali ang mga bagay-bagay. So, halimbawa, like in the story, you could put plastic pollution in our canals. So, ayun yung mga na-observe kong mga community problems na parang na-overlook dahil halos lahat ng tao ay nagmamadali na. So, yun yung mga ilalagay nyo dito sa wheels. And of course, the driver, ano naman yung natutunan natin. So, sa driver seats, dito natin ilalagay yung mga guiding lessons or guiding values or lessons. So, you might write, halimbawa, dito sa the driver seat, ano yung three lessons um, that we learned from Lolo Rodolfo. So, for example, patience, or for example, education is a privilege. So, mga ganun. Next is the road ahead. Ngayon naman, hindi lang tayo basta magre-reflect. Of course, kailangan din nating um, um, magbibigay tayo nung sa tingin natin ano yung mga pwede nating gawing solusyon. So, in the space in front of the padyak, write three ways you can do to help your community. So, in the here, beside the wheel na box, dito natin ilalagay yung sagot. So, ano yung sa tingin mo mga pwede nating gawin to help our community? So, for example, ano ba, pagtapon ng basura sa um, tamang basurahan, mga ganun. So, yun yung pwede nating ilagay. At marami pang iba. So, explore and think outside the box and answer the given questions and provide the answers that is needed. And lastly, of course, we are going to end this with final thoughts. Here, dito sa mga lines na provided, you will answer, why is it important to slow down and notice the people around us? So, why do you think it is sometimes it is important for us to slow down, to notice the people around us? So, I want you to make this answer very personal to you and um, truly think critically, and be creative as much as possible. So I can't wait to see your creative work. And remember that life is a journey, so take your time. Once again, I am Christian Mel A. Concha, and thank you for listening and have a wonderful day of learning. So, paalam, I hope you enjoy the story and I hope you enjoy answering. So, bye bye. Thank you.